Welcome back to another episode of DJ Talks podcast show. And it was an amazing game. Behold, the Green Bay Packers snuck away with a victory against the Indianapolis Colts with Anthony Richardson versus our backup, Malik Willis. But it looked like Anthony Richardson was the backup as he threw for 3 interceptions and only 1 touchdown. And I got to give it to Malik Willis. He was dibbling and dabbling. The guy has some skills. He was 12 for 14 and throwing for 122 yards with 1 touchdown early in the game, leaving no real room for error. And no interceptions at all, which you might expect from a guy coming off the bench, who's been a predominant backup to, have a little few oopsie daisies. But Malik was balling out like he was a veteran almost. Malik was, in another story, he was just not handing the ball off to the run game, which it really was a run game for the Packers, this evening. But, he was running himself. He knew how to move his ball. He had threw for a 15 to 20 yard pass to Dontavian Wicks early in the game. I think it was the first or second drive, but he left no real room for error. Was real careful with his feet. He getting out of tackles. He wasn't easily tackled and then throw the ball off or causing any interceptions or a fumble. But the bigger story was Josh Jacobs, who finally came out of his shell. The big dog himself put up 151 rushing yards on the ground with no touchdown, but he was very impactful on the floor. Also, gotta give a shout out to rookie Xavier McKinney going into his second game 2 with an interception. He had an interception against the Philly Eagles last week, so he could be a stud going into the season. And guys like that, you really got to hold on to on the defense side of the ball. You never know who they could get a catch from. It could be Patrick Mahomes one day. It could be somebody else, Jared Goff. Who knows? You got to have impactful guys like that on the defensive side of the ball, because we all know that the Packers defense has been up and down for the past couple of years when it matters. But congratulations to the Green Bay Packers getting this one done, and early too. They put their foot on their necks and left no real room for error, no fumbles or interceptions. Actually it was a little bit bleak on the other side with the Colts. They were looking like they had a rookie quarterback. Anthony Richardson is going into his second year, but he's like one of those quarterbacks that will run the ball a lot and run himself. I think he was almost leading in rushing yards after his first run behind Jonathan Taylor, his number 1 running back, who dropped the ball and didn't make the call a little bit during the field game. I think he had 2 drops of fumbles. I don't know, but I knew when we were up 10-0 and he dropped like 2 passes in the same drive. I knew they were done. When they won in week 2 without their quarterback, their leader, Jordan Love, which they needed. Now they're going to go into week 3 on the road against the Tennessee Titans. It was good to get it win at home, but now things might be a little shaky, even though I think the Tennessee Titans also have a rookie quarterback. They just lost to the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers still in the deal with 2 touchdowns himself. But yeah, thanks anyways for watching, man. We're going to tune in next week and see if it's going to be possible for Jordan Love to be cleared. But even if he doesn't be cleared by then, if it's a rookie versus rookie game with Malik Willis and I think I forgot his name, but for the Tennessee Titans quarterback, but Willis something. But we're going to see. We're going to tune in next week and see what's the deal going to be if Jordan Love returns. But it could be a little shaky. But the way that Malik played tonight, man, hey,